Well, hey there everybody, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Deluxe. Alright, let's do another freaking Transformer review, because I love some freaking Transformers. One more time, we got Dr. Woo 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 in Mechanic Studios, their Giant Axe. This is the comic version. This is their Broadside. I already did the two already before. If you don't mind, go watch those. But here is the box, once again, Giant Axe, comic version. It's a MS-37M. There you go. And on the back, once again, if you want to read that, pause for the cause. Awesome. There he is in all three alt modes. You get the aerial bots, which are going to be blue this time. It's cool. All right, well, let's get right to it. And as always, hit those likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. And go buy this at Show Z. That's where I got this one. And use the code Deluxe32 at the top. It helps out the channel. And let's get right to it. Let's talk about some, comic version of Broadside. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I love me some legend scale figures. Let's go. Yay. All right, let's take a quick look what he comes with. Once again, comes with a card. Very nice little flexible kind of thing going on. Giant Axe. And on the back, I want to pause for the cause. All right, good stuff. There you go. Here comes the instructions. Very nice. All right, so it comes with the same weapons, but they are a lighter shade of gray this time instead of a dark. You get the missiles. Nice little sculpt art. No paint or anything like that. You get the gun. That's good. And it is light gray. And also the axe. Very nice. I like that. And also, like I said, if you ordered through Show Z, like pre-ordered, you get the aerial bots. And they are blue. So, pretty cool. We'll take a quick look at those when we get to aircraft carrier. So there you go. That is what the comic version of Broadside comes with. Alrighty, here he is in bot mode. Let's take a quick look at him and his articulation and everything. Here's his head sculpt. Looks pretty good. Nice white paint. Blue eyes. Got red right here. White right here. A lot of gray and blue plastic and red right here. No paint down here. And then you got the blue feet and everything. You got a little white paint right there. Some red under there. So there you go. That's about it. All right. Articulation just like the other ones, a little bit down, a little bit up, not much, all the way around, and give you a little attitude as well. Then you got the arm. You can go all the way up there, smell your armpit and everything. You do got a little wiggle waggle for a butterfly. You can go all the way around. You do have the full range of the elbow bend, and you got a bicep swivel. No swivel of the hand, but it does open. So that's good. Got one pin with the 4 fingers. All right, you got the waist swivel. You got a little bit of ab crunch, not much, but there you go. And you got this. Make sure this flap is in the front. The first one I didn't do it right, but you do got the Van Damme all day, every day. I don't like this whole flap, like I said in the other ones, but you can kick up, kick back. You do got thigh swivel. A little less than 90 degrees for the knee bend. A little wiggle waggle right there for the toe, but you do have a nice rocker. And that is about it. Everything lined up. Okay, and just like the other ones, you can take the missiles. You want to tab them back here if you want for a little storage. Where's the other one at? There it is. Okay. And you can hold the weapon just fine. And same thing with the axe. And they can tab back here if you don't want to have the missiles back there. You can tab the weapons back there for weapon storage as well. So there you go. There is the comic version of Broadside. All right, and they're all three together. So this is just a recolor of this one. Same head sculpt and everything, same sculpt. And like I said, this one has some retooling. Got different head sculpt and different feet and everything, and different kind of a chest and everything. But yeah. And, the weapons are here. Like I said, these are a light gray for the comic version. You got the dark gray for the other two. But, yeah, just a straight repaint of this one. So, there you go. The backs, I can guess. We can look at the backs, but they're about the same. They're all the same. Right there. Like I said, different gray right there. And I think the reds are about the same on all three of them. So, there you go, and there's comparisons. And once again, there's Magic Square Ultra Magnus, Optimus Prime, and Mirage. And there is New Age Megatron, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Mirage.
And Dr. Woo Woo Woo, Ultra Magnus and Ramjet, Lucky Cat Bumblebee. We got one of the Seekers from Iron Factory, Core Class Wheelie, and then Titsumiki Retgar. And there's some scale for you. All right, and here is Broadside in his aircraft carrier, and it looks pretty good. It's a different gray. You got some white paint right there. You got the nice little tower right there. With the other two, I guess someone pointed out. I guess I missed this part. I'm thinking this is what they meant. You're supposed to flip this out to make it more flat for this part right up here. So make sure you flip this off and everything. So everything kind of your tabs in right here. Everything for this side. So I'm guessing that's what they meant. Like I said I missed a step right there. So hopefully that is correct. I don't know for sure, but I'm sure somebody will say something. But I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks fine. Like I said, it looks better than the jet mode and everything. You can put the weapons. If you want to tab in the weapons, you tab them in right there. If you want to, you tab in the missiles. I like the rockets or whatever. I like them up here. And you also have the aerial bots option. Like I said, if you pre-order through Show Z, you can just put the little aerial bots on there and everything, and that's pretty cool. All right, so there you go. There is the comic version of Broadside in his aircraft carrier mode. All right, there they all three together in their aircraft carrier mode. Like I said, here's the comic version. You can see different gray. The aerial bots are different. These are blue. There's a light gray and the dark gray. These two are the same with the gray right there. So pretty nice. This one, like I said, the comic, this one is the first one I reviewed, and this one's the second one I reviewed. So very nice. So there you go. There is all three of them in their aircraft carrier modes. Awesome. And there is Wheelie. There's Magic Square Prowl. There is Magic Square Slag. We got New Age, Toxitron. We got Red Alert from Siege. And we got Dustbuster Jazz. And there's some scale for you. All right, and here is Broadside in his jet mode. Like the other ones, they are fugly. All right, so you do got some white paint right there. You got the blue right here. Looks pretty good. Nice red paint right there. You got some gray paint on the tail fins. Looks pretty good. You got the little thrusters in the back. You do have landing gear, which is right here, and you have this right here. I should have turned his face around, but it'll be all right. But yeah, it's it's something. So not much to it. So there you go. Like I said, you can also, if you want to tab in the weapons, there are some ports right there. It kind of looks goofy still, but anyways. But there you go. There is Broadside in his jet mode. All right, so they're all three together. The jet modes, everything. I can't get this missile to stay in that hole, so I don't know what it is. But here's the difference. Like I said, the cockpit and everything, and just different colors. Very cool. And these are the same. Right here, just different paint. So, pretty cool. All right, there you go. There's all three of them in their jet mode. All right, here's Wheelie once again. Magic Square Prowl. And Magic Square Slag. Toxitron from New Age. Red Alert from Siege, and Dustbuster Jazz. And there's some scale for you.
Well, hey there, everybody. If you made it this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on the third one from Dr. Woo 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 and Mechanic Studios. And this is their Giant Axe. This is the comic version of their Broadside. I already reviewed these guys two already before this. Once again, I like it. Really nice. Alt modes are trash. I mean, they're not trash, but the aircraft mode is pretty good. I like it. The jet mode, it is fugly. I love the bot mode. Looks good. Very nice. I like the new, with the head sculpt and everything. Paint, not a whole lot of paint. A lot of gray, a lot of blue, a lot of red plastic. I like the weapons. They're pretty cool. They're very nice. No paint on them either as well. But it's got some nice sculpt. And like I said, these are lighter gray than what the darker gray on the other ones are. Transformation's easy and fun. I missed a piece during the aircraft mode. Someone pointed out on my last one. Thank you very much. I hope that's how you're supposed to do it and everything. Materials feel good as always. Articulation, is pretty good. Across the board. Everything. I like these. We got to finish off the triple changers from Mechanic Studios, and that's always awesome to finish off a team and everything. So that's pretty good. Yeah, overall, it just matters which one you like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know he was in the comics. It's been a long time since I read them. But, if you like the comic versions, you definitely want to try to get this one. I like the first one, kind of the toy deco one. I like that one, probably the best out of them. But I like all three of them because that's why I got them. So, hope you like that review. Hit me up some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. It all helps out the channel. Hit me up some comments. Tell me you thought of the review. Which one did you get? Did you get any one of these? And follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Everything is in the description. I really appreciate that, especially if you go follow me on TikTok. And then go to Show Z, where I got this guy. And at the top, hit Deluxe 32, and really helps out the channel. So I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Hail freaking Transformers and hail freaking Triple Changers, man. Yay, good job.